Why do these little things steal your years? As we age, many factors related to health and well-being change, but not all declines are inevitable. Surprisingly, it's precisely everyday mistakes and small habits that can create a fast lane to accelerated aging. Yet people don't realize they are the ones winding the clock against themselves. If you're already over 70 and want not merely to get by, but to maintain vigor, energy, and clear thinking, it's important to pay attention to what may seem minor, yet can collectively rob you significantly. Below, we examine 9 common mistakes. Some may appear obvious, others unexpected, but crucially, each can inflict considerable harm. The good news is that they can be corrected, sometimes with no great expense or effort, just by slightly changing your attitude toward your habits. Read carefully. Perhaps just one point will give you new energy and restore your sense that I can do everything I need to, and I still have plenty to be interested in. And don't forget, if you have serious medical problems, always consult a doctor. Mistake 1. Constantly skimping on sleep. Older people don't need much sleep anyway, a widespread misconception. Many believe that after 70, the body supposedly needs less sleep on its own, that 5-6 hours is enough for an adult, especially at this age. A myth takes hold. I'm no longer working. I don't need to get up early. Plus, I'm not really sleepy, so everything's fine. In practice, though, it often happens that older people simply get used to sleeping too little, treating it as normal. Why this is dangerous for the aging body: lack of sleep affects all systems. Cardiovascular, the risk of hypertension and arrhythmias increases, and overall vascular health worsens. Immune, the body doesn't have time to recover, so the likelihood of catching infections is higher, and you remain ill longer. Nervous, irritability, mood swings, daytime drowsiness arise. Noticeable declines in cognitive functions, memory, concentration, quick thinking. Observations show that people who are chronically sleep-deprived look older than their years: paler skin, blue circles under their eyes, a sluggish gait. Psychologists note that constant lack of sleep leads to a depressive state and feelings of, I have no energy. Scientific perspective. Scientists say that the slow-wave phase of sleep, slow-wave sleep, is extremely important for clearing the brain of accumulated toxins. There's even a hypothesis about the glymphatic system. If someone over 70 keeps sleeping lightly and for too few hours, the brain may age more rapidly. And while some people truly do sleep less in old age, it's important to realize that this doesn't mean they actually get enough of less sleep. Real-life story: ridiculous insomnia. 80-year-old Margaret Johnson went to bed for many years at 2-3 a.m., spending her evenings watching TV or lost in anxious thoughts. She woke up early, feeling worn out, and said, "Well, this is old age. What can I do?" Her grandson persuaded her to try an experiment. Stop watching TV after 10 p.m. Adopt a routine of warm foot baths and soft music before bedtime. It turned out she started falling asleep at midnight and sleeping until 7-8 a.m. Within a couple of weeks, her constant headache disappeared and her mood improved. Margaret admitted she never thought how much insufficient sleep was undermining her strength. How to fix it? Create an evening ritual. An hour before bed, turn off bright lights and the TV, listen to calm music, or read a light book. Check bed comfort. Older adults often experience back or joint pain, and a softer yet supportive surface is needed. Don't fear an extra hour. If your body wants more sleep, allow yourself that. Overall well-being is what matters most. Mistake 2. Forgetting about water. I'm not thirsty, so I'm fine. What's really happening with age? The thirst function becomes dulled. An older person often drinks insufficient fluids, relying on not feeling thirsty. The result is mild chronic dehydration, where the body lacks water, but there's no obvious dry throat. How it accelerates aging. When you're dehydrated, blood thickens, making it harder for the heart to work. The risk of clots goes up. Skin loses elasticity and looks more saggy. Joints are less lubricated, so they hurt more often. Brain may feel sluggish, headaches arise. Over time, these effects accumulate, and a person looks weaker and older than they could, plus overall well-being is at 0. A brief sketch: 92-year-old William Peterson confessed, I figured if I'm not thirsty, I don't need to drink, but my granddaughter insisted. I started drinking a glass of water in the morning and afternoon, plus a bit in the evening. Within a week, I noticed it was easier to walk, and my blood pressure got steadier. It turns out I've been slightly dehydrated all these years. What to do? Set reminders. Let a bottle or pitcher always sit beside your chair or bed. Drink in small amounts, but frequently. You don't have to gulp down liters at once. Sometimes just small sips every half hour or hour are enough. Use tasty water. Add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a mint leaf if plain water seems tasteless. Mistake 3. Ignoring mini movements. Why should I get up often? I'm retired. The essence of the problem, mini movements are short bursts of activity during the day, walking from one room to another, lightly stretching, raising your arms, rotating shoulders, or squatting by a chair. Many older adults neglect these small things, thinking, why strain myself? I'm aging anyway. How it ages you, lack of regular, minor physical activity leads to muscle atrophy, leaving muscles weaker, gait shakier, raising the risk of falls, stagnation in the joints, boosting pain and stiffness, worsened circulation, so the body gets less oxygen and fewer nutrients. As a result, a vicious circle emerges. The less movement you have, the harder movement becomes. One quickly loses strength. Story: grandma who walks around the house every half hour. In one British village lived an 88-year-old grandma who prescribed herself. Every hour, do at least 1-2 laps around the house or yard, if the weather was bad, just around the room. She said, so rust doesn't settle in my joints. Impressively, by age 90, she had no major walking problems and moved quite briskly through the garden. Her neighbors, who spent days without motion, complained of stiffness while she kept a light gait. How to implement: set a timer. For instance, every 40-60 minutes, so you get up and do 2-3 minutes of simple stretching or strolling. Find excuses for movement. Water the flowers. Take a book to another room. Look out the window. Sit in intervals. If you watch TV, during commercials or breaks, do a set of gentle exercises. Mistake 4. Too many carbs at night. No big deal if I have cookies before bed. Why it's risky, specifically in the evening. In the evening, metabolic processes slow down. If you eat a lot of baked goods, sweets, cookies, your blood sugar may spike, and then your body has to deal with that spike all night. This negatively affects sleep quality and overall condition. Its strong influence on aging: excess sugar and carbs contribute to glycation, that is, sugary cell damage, accelerating wrinkle appearance and weakening vessel elasticity. Can cause nighttime hot flashes or frequent awakenings, so you don't get enough sleep, again triggering the aging cycle. Push the body to accumulate visceral fat, dangerous for the heart and liver. Example: grandma's nighttime habit. 75-year-old Mary Peterson complained of waking up frequently at night and feeling drained during the day. In talking, it turned out that every evening she drank tea with 2 or 3 cookies or sweet bagels. By replacing them with some cottage cheese plus a spoon of honey, much fewer simple carbs, and no longer drinking tea right before bed, she began sleeping more soundly, and her morning sugar spikes went away. How to reduce harm. Shift sweets, if you really want them, to the first half of the day, allowing your body to process the excess by night. Choose protein plus veggies at night. They fill you up but don't provoke sharp glucose fluctuations. Cut portions. 1 cookie instead of 3 is already better than nothing. Mistake 5. Ignoring the emotional background. And it's normal that I'm angry. I'm allowed. The point: emotions after 70 may become more uncontrollable due to age-related changes in the nervous system. Many cease managing bursts of anger, irritability, or gloom, believing it's a natural part of aging. In truth, constant negativity erodes health. How it ages you internally. Chronic stress raises cortisol, wearing on the vessels, heart, and immunity. Emotional flare-ups cause pressure swings, a racing pulse. Insomnia and anxiety set in, and the person denies themselves life's joys. Illustration: 78-year-old William Peterson constantly argued about everything: the government, neighbors, relatives. He complained of overall weakness, headaches, and blood pressure spikes. His daughter persuaded him to attend group relaxation sessions, deep breathing, mini meditation. After a couple of months, he admitted he'd become much calmer and his pressure stopped jumping. doctors noted that emotional stability truly improves health indicators. What to do? Mini calming techniques. When irritation flares, take 5 slow inhales, exhales, pausing 2 seconds on the inhale. Write down your thoughts. If you're angry, try an emotions journal, putting anger on paper instead of on people. Seek professional help if needed. A psychotherapist or psychologist can offer methods for reducing anxiety. Mistake 6. Underestimating the power of communication. Self-imposed isolation. What happens? Older adults sometimes decide, no one needs me, they all have their own things, and gradually withdraw, stop calling acquaintances, or feel too shy to invite anyone over. Yet social contact is vital, not only when young, but also after 70, for emotional health and mental sharpness. Why it speeds up aging. Loneliness leads to lowered mood, depression, reduced cognitive abilities. The brain doesn't get conversational stimulation, greater sense of everyone forgot me and fueling negativity and stress. Consequently, one fades more quickly than they might if they lived among friends. Story: the Tea Meetup Club. In one city, several older women, 70 plus, decided to meet weekly at someone's home for tea, conversation, reminiscing, and news discussion. Remarkably, after a year of such a practice, they felt less anxious. Some started going on active walks, and life seemed more interesting. A general practitioner noted their physical indicators, blood pressure, pulse, improved on average within the group. Initially, the reasons for these improvements might well be just the plus from social contact. How to apply in real life: start your own little club with friends, neighbors, or relatives. Chat regularly, even if it's online or by phone. Don't be shy to take the lead. You call first. Propose meeting. This fosters a sense of being needed and positivity. Use messengers. Don't fear learning WhatsApp or Telegram. This genuinely simplifies communication, and your brain gets a digital exercise. Mistake hash 7. Living without a sense of purpose. I'm done. It's all behind me. Why having a purpose in life after 70 is so important. Some form the opinion that after 70 there's little meaning. Children are grown, career is behind them, so why do anything? But losing purpose is extremely detrimental psychologically and indirectly affects physical health. Without motivation, people quickly deflate, move less often, slip into gloom. How it ages you. If the body doesn't see inner motivation, it stops actively repairing itself. Psychologists talk about a creeping negative state in which, without purpose, people slide into apathy, and from there, it's not far to illness. Aging can accelerate simply because the brain sees no reason to remain fit. Example: the grandpa musician one grandfather at 75 bought himself a guitar he had played in his youth. So, he set a goal. By 80, relearn to play his favorite songs. He accomplished that in 2 years, then set another goal: perform at a family gathering at 85. His son says that probably it's this constant micro goal that won't let him give up, providing a reason to get up in the morning with pleasure. How to seek purpose. Fulfill old dreams, even on an amateur level. Learn painting, write memoirs, grow rare flowers. Consult your family. Maybe you can help or teach someone, cooking, crafts. Set small tasks. Some think a goal must be grandiose. It doesn't have to be. Maybe walk a kilometer without getting winded. Read one interesting article per day. Mistake 8. Ignoring pain signals. They're just age-related pains. The outcome. When an older individual stubbornly endures pain in knees, back, or stomach, thinking it's normal at my age, they expose themselves to risk. Chronic pain wears one down, lowers mood, triggers stress responses. How it accelerates aging. Stress hormones under pain syndromes negatively affect the entire body, preventing restful sleep, eating, and movement. The individual becomes inactive, and as a result, aging quickens. Complications can arise because untreated pain often conceals a genuine issue. Case: silent arthritis. A 79-year-old woman never visited a doctor, even though she had knee pain, writing it off as age-related. Eventually, it turned out she had progressive arthritis, which timely therapy could have slowed. But for several years with no intervention, things got worse, and she ended up needing a knee replacement. Had she not ignored the signals, that extreme measure might have been avoided. Advice: don't fear hounding doctors. Sometimes you have to visit several to figure out how to alleviate chronic pain. Look for alternatives: massage, physiotherapy, exercises, folk remedies with a specialist's approval. Stay cautious. Pain in the legs leads to falls, and fractures in old age are extremely dangerous. Mistake 9. Never taking breaks from daily tasks. If not me, then who? Excessive workload. Often, older individuals take on all household duties, look after grandchildren, cook, clean, forgetting that they themselves need rest. They wind up busy the whole day, cooking, washing, cleaning, without allowing themselves even a moment's relaxation. How it ages you. Constant tasks equal constant stress, high cortisol. The body never gets pauses to recover, wearing out the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of nervous breakdowns. The person appears exhausted, older than they are, and their immunity drops. Story: Grandma who forgot about herself. 85-year-old Valerie Norton lived with her daughter and grandchildren, always helping, cooking, shopping, cleaning the house. But it got harder and harder for her. Pains and insomnia appeared. Her family thought she was just complaining. However, after talking with a psychologist, it turned out she literally never had half an hour of calm. When the family split up tasks, the grandkids started cleaning their own rooms, the daughter made dinner, and grandma only did midday snacks. Valerie's state improved. She admitted she felt alive again. How to proceed. Delegate. If the grandchildren can heat their own dinner, let them. Don't carry everything on your own shoulders. Schedule rest. Let yourself have a window of an hour or hour and a half a day for doing only what you enjoy. Talk about your capabilities. Explain to the family that it's hard for you to manage that volume of chores. Relatives often don't even know you're overloaded.